Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today I'll be listening to The Pursuit of Happiness for the very first time. We'll be checking out two of their tracks. The first song is called I'm an Adult Now, and then the second is She's So Young. And immediately both of these song titles to me indicate some kind of like coming of age sort of story, but who knows what we're in for today. The whole point of my channel is to discover music from all over the world, any genre, any era, and deep dive into the rabbit holes I never knew existed. So I'm excited to check these out today. A big thank you goes to Frank, whose generous support made this reaction possible. Thank you, Frank. And now let's jump in. Okay. Some nice drumming, heavy riffage.
Well, I don't hate my parents. I don't get drunk just to spite them. I got my own reasons to drink now.
Okay.
I think I'll call my dad up and invite him.
Oh, wow.
I can sleep until noon anytime I want. But there's not many days that I do.
You hear how heavy this bass is?
Gotta get up and take on that world. When you're an adult, it's no cliche, it's the truth. 'Cause I'm an adult now. I'm an adult now. I've got the problems of an adult on my head, on my shoulders. I'm an adult now.
That's a fun. That is super catchy, honestly, though. But it's a funny hook.
Young girls anymore. People will think I'm some kind.
He doesn't look at young girls anymore, but the next song is She's So Young, so we'll see how these dovetail together.
Why don't even look at young girls anymore? People will think I'm some kind of pervert. Adult sex, either boring or dirty. Young people, they can get away with murder. I don't write songs about girls anymore.
Are we looping on it?
Songs about women.
Women, yes.
No more boy meets girl, boy loses girl. More like man tries to understand what the hell went wrong. 'Cause I'm an adult now. I'm an adult now.
Oh, that's funny.
I got the problems of an adult on my head, my libido. I'm an adult now. Whoa,
This one's just
I'm an adult now. Yeah, I'm an adult now.
This one makes me smile.
I can't take any more illicit drugs. I can't afford any artificial joy.
The song's delivery feels like, very tongue-in-cheek. I believe Frank said that in his request. It's almost like very ironic, and even though there's like this irony, the actual vocalist's voice sounds like a literal teenager with like angst and singing about the things that are going wrong in his relationships, or just anything that a teenager really sings about. I mean, the whole point about the coming of age story, I think, really maps on right here.
Drugs. I can't afford any artificial joy. I'd sure look like a fool, dead in a ditch somewhere with a mind full of chemicals, like some cheese-eating high school boy. 'Cause I'm an adult now. I'm an adult now. I've got the problems of an adult on my head, on my shoulders. I'm an adult now.
Yep. You got the responsibility. Okay. All things considered, relatively simple song. How many guitars is that? 2 or 3? Sounds like 2. Such a consistent drum drive in this one.
Sometimes my head hurts and sometimes my stomach hurts. And I guess that it won't be long before I'm sitting in a room with a bunch of people whose necks and backs are aching, whose sight and hearing is fading, who just can't seem to get it up. Speaking of hearing, I can't take too much loud music. I mean, I like to play it, but I sure don't like to rack it.
Oh my gosh. The fact that he mentions like loud music in a sense like really is relatable, but also like scares me to death because I recognize that I've listened to a lot of music. I listen to a lot of music all the time, and sometimes I listen to it rather loud. And I know that over time your ears may feel the damage, and I don't want to not listen to music loud, but I need to be more careful. So like I don't know what the approach is to like save your hearing. This is just like something I'm considering now because I don't want the situation to ever arise where in 30 years I can't listen to music in the same way. You know, regardless of what I want and what will happen, like I can't necessarily bridge that gap, but I can do my best to prevent. I would love to be able to maintain my hearing though.
Fading, we just can't seem to get it up. Speaking of hearing, I can't take too much loud music. I mean, I like to play it, but I sure don't like to rack it. Noise, but I can't hear anything, just guitars screaming, screaming, screaming. Some guy screaming in a leather jacket. Wow, I'm an adult now. I'm an adult now.
The kids are listening to the devil's music loud. It's not real music. Oh, we have a female vocalist for the first time. Well, he said it. I'm an adult now. So this literally feels like an 18-year-old wrote this song and decided to go crazy to bring up all of the references of what it means to grow older, having the responsibility. I want to kind of read some of the comments here before we get into the next track. No more boy meets girl, boy loses girl. More like man tries to understand what the hell went wrong. Literally, it's so relatable. I feel like every man knows what's going on with this statement, especially when you date around and have many experiences. You start to see the truth for what it is. Heard the song on the radio on my 18th birthday, felt appropriate. Badass then, badass now, still the truth. Talk about a lost gem. Seriously, awesome tune. Maybe I can find Frank. Did you comment in here, Frank? You did! 4 hours ago. This song came out when I was 21. It kicked my tail and was an impetus to man up. I can't believe I found your comment, Frank. That's awesome. Okay, let's get into She's So Young. I'm excited to hear it, though. I don't know if we're going to have the same kind of vibe. Are we going to change it? Is it going to be as intense? Is it going to be more relaxed? Are we going to have other instruments? Let's find out.
As much as she'd like to believe, she's leading a brand new wave. That uniform that she wears, I see it on the street every day. She looks at
Similar tempo,
and struggles to find the right cliche.
but less intense.
You gotta find your own space. Have a nice day. She's so young, she's got the answer. She doesn't need to question herself like I do.
Oh,
Like I do.
love the harmony with the female vocalist.
She's so young, she's got the answer. She doesn't need to question the world like I do. Like I do. Like the wisdom of ages.
Wow, the chorus, it's like
Tongue.
there's such a fluid transition between the chorus and the verse and the pre-chorus. It just feels like one continuous stream of consciousness, and like honestly, it like really reminds me of the Marshall Crenshaw reactions I've done. They have a similar youthful feel. I think the stream of musical consciousness, it feels like if you told me Marshall Crenshaw wrote these songs, I would honestly believe it. A lot of youthful nature to these tracks.
Like the wisdom of ages will flow from her tongue. This is the delusion of the young. She says she'll lead with her heart, but her heart really doesn't know at all. I get no satisfaction out of seeing her fall.
I feel like I should have listened to these songs probably either coming out of high school or before entering college, somewhere in that like 16 to 18 age range.
Out of seeing her fall. She's so young, she's got the answer. She doesn't need to question herself like I do.
Yeah, I like the harmonies in this. It's beautifully layered.
She's so young, she's got the answer. She doesn't need to question her life like I do. Like I do.
Oh. Yeah, I'm down for this. Great energy. Simple melody, simple solo, but it gets the job done.
She's so young, she's got the answer.
I was like, where are we going now?
Need to question herself like I do.
God, I can just imagine like right now driving my car, sunroof open, just friends driving around in the summer. It just feels very vibrant, hopeful, youthful. It just fits so many environments.
Question herself like I do. Like I do. She's so young, she's got the answer. She doesn't need
It's a simple chord progression.
like I
I think we've maintained it the whole time. A little different there.
do. She's got
Different voicing.
She doesn't need to question herself like I do. Like I do. She's so young, she's got
Wow, you could just loop on this infinitely.
doesn't need to question the world like I do. Like I
Because I'm an adult now. Well, there you have it. The Pursuit of Happiness. We had two songs off of the Junk Love record. Yeah, that was my first time hearing The Pursuit of Happiness. I never knew they existed before. I don't think I've ever heard somebody mention it in passing in conversation. Anytime I think of The Pursuit of Happiness, I always think of that Will Smith movie, which it is such a beautiful movie. And even though I've seen it like several times over, I always like forget what happens in the middle, and then the sad part of the movie just extends far longer than I expect every single time. And then after I watch The Pursuit of Happiness, it makes me immediately want to go watch 7 Pounds by Will Smith, which is also invariably another sad movie. Now that I'm realizing it, Will Smith is just like in so many sad movies. Even like I Am Legend, in a sense, is kind of a sad movie. Depends on which ending you got. I don't want to think about Will Smith anymore. Let's talk about The Pursuit of Happiness, the band. Really, really youthful vibe. Again, I'll repeat that point. And it felt like both songs were relatively speaking in the same tempo. So depending on how intense they wanted to go, you would still at least have your head bobbing along at the same speed. The first song, I'm an Adult Now, was more intense and emotionally indicates to me there's still a level of angst there. There may be some friction in that transition process from, young adulthood into adulthood, which, in the United States, it's 18, right? So that's like the literal legal cut point. Obviously, you can, if you like really put your mind to it, you could think that like age, you slowly, progressively become an adult. Like 18 is not some like inherently magical number, because if you were 17 years old and 364 days, are you really that different from somebody who's 18 years old, 0 days? That is its own whole philosophical can of worms there. But yeah, just it puts me into that headspace of like me growing older, trying to contend with the world, trying to seek out my own independence while realizing that, man, these responsibilities that I'm about to confront are difficult to handle. And I can speak about being an adult and being more being older in a kind of ironic way and in an anticipatory way as well. But once you're truly there, you would have a different outlook. And if I believe the Pursuit of Happiness were to write this music, at the later ages, 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever decade of life you want to choose, this very song wouldn't sound the same. It would be a very different feel. To me, it feels like whoever wrote the song back in, what was it, 1988, must have been young themselves. That's why these tracks here feel kind of like a time capsule into the past. As an adult, I don't think I could listen to it, especially if I discovered it as an adult. It's fun, it's got good energy, but I can't put myself back into that teenage space now with the song that I'm hearing for the first time in adulthood in the same way that I could by listening to the songs that I heard when I was a teenager. And I listened to all kinds of random stuff, System of a Down, Avenged Sevenfold, Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, Eminem, Lady Gaga, dubstep. There's a whole random mishmash of influences that I had. And I just love music that brings nostalgia. And I can see how this music would bring nostalgia. And it just feels youthful, like I said. So a lot of good things to say about these tracks. Hope y'all enjoyed my reaction today. Subscribe if you did. And if you'd like to request a reaction yourself, hit the link down below. It's the best way to support the work that I do over here. And as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.